Correspondent Zahra Alderzi in Beirut. So Zahra, just staggering numbers there. How are Syrians reflecting over the past 10 years? And give us an idea of where things stand now.
Well, Jonathan, after a decade of the beginning of the war in Syria, Syrians are now exhausted. Mostly everyone, is feeling the loss in a way or another. We have a damaged or destroyed infrastructure. We have a lack of essentials for living or the economic cycle. Despite that, the government forces retook control of most of the Islamist rebel-held areas, but the economic situation is tightening the life of the people in Syria. And also we have a divided or crumbling society on a political basis or on a social basis. Also, we have not to forget the poverty rate that increased in Syria. Now, over 90% of the Syrians inside, I'm talking about the people still living in Syria, are under the line of poverty. And of course, the COVID-19 worsened the things for people there.
Well, let's talk about that, Zahar, because as you just mentioned, all the issues affecting many people there in Syria, the poverty, the violence. Now you have the pandemic. So how is that making matters worse?
As I mentioned, there is a destroyed and damaged infrastructure, which includes also the medical care sector. Syria went in two waves of infections of COVID-19. The first one was in August. It lasted for over 40 days. And the second was in November. It lasted for 2 months. And also the second wave was more intense than the first one. Despite we have infections, individual infections since March, there is no capability, no economic capability to impose a lockdown or curfew in Syria for now. For this reason, and the collapsing, of course, the collapsing currency, the government made an unannounced decision to adopt a herd immunity. So people now have to choose between the COVID-19 or hunger. Now, also in Syria, there is preparations for the third wave of the infections, and the government launched earlier in February a vaccination campaign for the medical staff by receiving 150,000 doses of the vaccine donated by China.
All right. Zahra Alderzi, live for us in Beirut. Thank you so much. Well, also at play here, multiple countries have pursued competing interests in Syria's war.